Hi, my name is Garrett with G&D Chillers and Technical Sales, and today I'm going to go through the startup of our vertical airline chillers. For the first step, we want to talk about the Terra remote monitoring service. So what we're offering with every purchase of every chiller now is 1 year of the Terra service. Pretty much what that is, it's a remote monitoring service that get you texts and emails sent to you if there's any kind of alarms or issues with the chiller remotely. So whether you're at home, you'll know what the function of the chiller is pretty much any time. You'll just have to take an Ethernet cable from the controller to the router, and you can call in and look, and there's some good videos online of how to set that up, and you can talk to whoever you need to here at tech support to get that set up. So step 2 is actually placing this vertical air unit on a pad. So you want a flat level concrete pad. Obviously, since it's a vertical air unit, it's discharging the air up, so you don't want to have any obstructions above the unit. You want the chiller to be flat and secured and anchored down. If you have any questions about anchoring or clearances, be sure to give us a ring. As far as like around the sides of the chiller, you want one condenser width around all sides just for serviceability. So the next step, step 3 on this startup sheet, it talks about a Y strainer. So exterior from the chiller, you're going to want a Y strainer on your return line right before the chiller. You're going to want to size that one size above whatever your main line in your process is, and pretty much the function of the Y strainer, it's going to filter out any particulates from your process so it can't get back to the chiller. There's going to be a mesh screen in that Y strainer, and you're going to want a 20 mesh screen. So the next step on the startup of a VA unit is verifying oil levels. So you want to get your crankcase heaters energized by turning power on to the chiller and leaving your door switches off. And how you know that the crankcase heaters have been on long enough, if you can go to the compressors and you can actually see visible lines in the sight glasses on the compressors. Once you see visible liquid lines in the compressor sight glasses, you're good to go on to the next step. So the next step on starting this chiller up is going to be flushing your lines. So on this unit, you're going to want to fill your reservoir full of water. You're going to want to make sure you open up your supply valve to your process. You're going to want to close the return valve coming to the chiller, and you're going to want to open up your Y strainer because you're going to be flushing water throughout your process piping. It's going to be coming out of that Y strainer. So what you would do is you would fill the reservoir full of water, you would go to the control panel, you would make sure your compressor breakers are off, you're going to go ahead and turn control power on the door switch, and then you're going to turn your process pump door switch on. And that's going to start the process pump, and you're going to start circulating water throughout your process. It's a good opportunity at this point to check your process pump rotation. From the back, it's going to be clockwise. If you're looking from the front, so from the volute to the back of the motor, it's going to be counterclockwise. Once that's verified, you're going to want to run water until the water coming out of the Y strainer is nice, clean, and clear. After it is clean and clear, you can sort of button everything up, shut your pump off, open up your valves, and then you can start filling with propylene glycol. So when you fill with propylene glycol, the key is to get inhibited propylene glycol. You want the inhibitors so you make sure there's no like corrosion or any kind of organic growth. It'll keep your glycol and your piping in good shape. So that's a must. So once you add the propylene glycol, you're going to circulate that for about half an hour, and then you're going to recheck with a refractometer that we provide for you and make sure it's at 35%. It needs to be at 35%. If you have any questions about glycol, make sure feel free to call. So once you're done flushing and filling with glycol, you're going to want to go ahead and re-verify oil levels in the compressors, and you're going to want to open up all your service valves. You're going to have 2 valves on the compressor on your suction and discharge that are going to be tagged. You're also going to have a refrigerant ball valve on your liquid line that you're going to have to open. Once all those valves are open and you've verified the oil levels, you're good to start the chiller. So once you're ready to start the chiller, you're going to want to go to the control panel, make sure your compressor breakers are on, and all your breakers are on, and you're going to turn the control power door switch on, the run door switch on, and the process pump door switch on. From there, you can navigate through the controller to set your set point, and if you have any questions about controller navigation, we have resources on our website. You can call into tech support. It is important to note for these scroll compressors, if you have scroll compressors or a scroll chiller, once you get to this point, you're going to want to verify the compressor rotation. So how you do that is once you have the compressor started, you're going to go to the info screens in the Corel and you're going to verify that your suction pressure is going down and your discharge pressure is going up. If that's the case, you're going to know that those scroll compressors are rotating in the right way. Thank you for going through the startup of our VA units with us. We're always happy to help, so if you have any questions about this startup, feel free to call our tech support department here at the office. Thank you so much.